Good call, Lisa. Hey guys, sorry about that. This is Keith, the Profit Lifter, and I just went through my entire intro with my mic on mute. I'm here. So today, here's what we're going to do. We are going to be setting up your AI robot. We're going to start with your AI receptionist, and the reason is because it's the easy one. This is going to be the easiest thing to do. And we want to start you easy and get you used to the workflows, get you used to how it's all working. So that way, as we're moving forward, you'll be able to know how to program your own AI call bots, your own AI chat bots, everything. That's the entire goal for today. So we're going to start pretty easy. And if you're joining us afterwards, we're creating a document that's going to walk you through it. And I'm going to show you all the prompt commands, everything that you need, so that as you're getting in here, building out your AI receptionist, you'll have all the tools right there at your fingertips. So I think you guys can hear me now. Looks like, sorry about that. I forgot to unmute myself when we got started. So if you're following along at home, make sure you open up your Profit Lifter account. If you don't have a Profit Lifter account, you can go to profitlifter.com/get-started, and that will get you started on a 14-day free trial. You get your login credentials almost immediately, and you can hop in and follow along and start building your own AI bots to be able to help you take over the world. Because at the end of the day, guys, my job is to help you automate and dominate your industry, your marketplace. So we're going to get started here. And what you guys are going to see here, we're not going to be leveraging a lot of tools for actually building this. There's really only three main things that we're going to need. First, you're going to need your Profit Lifter account. So that way you can actually have the structure, you can have everything there that you need. You'll be able to get started with that. I highly recommend that you have ChatGPT or some sort of AI. And this is the magic secret to everything. I use AI to program AI. It's really that simple. That way, it helps me to think through things that I'm not thinking about on my own. It gives me insight on things that I normally wouldn't have. And really, these are the only two tools that you're going to need. Now, while you're setting up your AI receptionist, there are going to be some steps there are going to be some functions that you're going to need inside of your account to be able to make it work. One, you're going to need a primary phone number. This is going to be like your main advertised number. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see it. I can barely see it on the screen, so I know you guys are going to struggle with this too. All right. So we want to start you want to make sure that you've got your primary phone number set up, so that way you can start. That way you can connect it to the phone number. That way, when people call, it's going to be able to transform. Now, with this, if you're like, let's say you're a solopreneur, you're out here grinding on your own, working through this. One second. Sorry, guys. All of a sudden, my allergies decided they wanted to act up here. If you're a solopreneur and you're out there acting on your own, this is a point that you'll probably want to have your primary phone number and then a direct line just for you alone. And the reason is because we're gonna program the chat. We're gonna program your AI call bot to be able to transfer phone calls, take messages, schedule appointments, basically handle the entire front end of your business. So you want to make sure that you got a primary phone number, and then number two, you want to make sure that you've got personal phone number. That way you can have it happen. If you've already got this, cool, you're a step ahead. If not, super easy to get that started. Now, let's hop into actually building. We're just going to dive right into this because, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. While we're going through this, if you have any questions, throw them in chat for me. I'm going to be watching, and I will answer them. I'm okay with going over time today. Like, I really want to help you guys dial this in and get where you need to go, answer all your questions, and make sure that you've got everything you need. But this isn't a real long process. Getting your AI receptionist up and running is not going to take a lot of time. So where you're going to start in your Profit Lifter account is you're going to come down here to where it says AI agent. Let's see if we can blow this up a little bit so you can maybe see my screen a little bit better. All right. So you want to go down here to where it says AI agent. This is going to be your starting point, and it's going to bring you here to your AI agents page. Now, if you haven't started, it's going to look blank. What we're going to do though, we're not going to hit create your first voice AI agent, test talk. We're not going to do any of this. We're literally just going to come over here to voice AI. Now, if you already have AI set up, or if you're building other AIs, other voice AIs or conversation AIs, this is where you're going to want to. This is going to be kind of your list of where everything's at. And from here, we're just going to go to create agent, and it's going to be a pretty straightforward process from here. So you can see that it's going to give you three different steps in this process. First one's going to be agent details, then it's going to be agent goals, and then we're going to have phone and availability. And this is going to be for your call bot again. So first thing you want to do is name your agent. So you can name this whatever you want. I like keeping it simple and just calling it AI Receptionist. I'm going to put live on here because I already have one in here named AI Receptionist. Next step is going to be your business name. You can't have emojis in there. We use an emoji in our name, but you can take that out if you have one. So enter the name of your business. Next, you're going to choose your language, and this is really helpful. If I know there's several of you guys who have Spanish divisions, things like that. But if you're multilingual, like English and Spanish, it gives you a couple options in here. Obviously, I'm in the U.S., so we're going to stick with English. Next step is going to be voice. So with voice, they give you a bunch of options. We've got a bunch of options in here to choose from that all sound pretty dang good. But you'll notice that there are little descriptions under here of what works, just kind of explaining it. And you'll see the recommended ones here. Let's start up here. So we got Apple, which is quirky and relatable. Now, if you want to hear these and you want to hear how they act, all you have to do is select it. I don't know. So if you go here and you hit play, it's going to allow you to actually listen to what it sounds like and hear it. The thing that I like about this is that you can kind of customize how you want your chatbot or your voice bot to be able to respond to people. So like if you're going in depth, you want something calm, meditative, narrator, you got chill fill here. But like what I'm looking for this is Jessica. Jessica, I like her. She's friendly. She's conversational, upbeat. Okay. So I like Jessica, upbeat, professional, kind of gives me that vibe that I'm looking for and that I want to be able to interact with. But play around with the different voices, see if there's one that you like. And if you find one that you just absolutely love, you should throw it in the group for us and we can all test it out and try it and see what you want or see what we like. Next, you got time zones. So the time zones, I'm in Central Time. You just need to go through, select the time zone that you're operating out of. The AI will recognize if they're in a different time zone and be able to adjust and adapt accordingly and keep everything up to date. From here, we're going to go to direction. Currently, at this moment, we only have the ability to program inbound calls, which is okay. It's a good starting point. And especially for this is a receptionist, meaning that like you're going to have somebody answering your phone 24/7 and working through that. And so make sure it's set on, well, it's the only one you can select is inbound. So you got that covered. And then you want to start from agent's initial message. Now, this is where you're going to have to start thinking through, like, what are you trying to accomplish here? For this one, it is an AI agent, meaning, or it is an AI receptionist, meaning we want this to perform the roles of what a receptionist would do. So there's going to be some basic questions that will have it answer. But the primary objective of what I want this bot to do for me is collect the name, email address, and phone number so that I can see exactly who's calling, what they're calling for. And then we're going to have it actually try to perform some actions outside of that. So I'm going to start with this initial message. It's good enough to get started. Hey, I'm going to change that from hey. I'm going to change it to hello. You've reached Profit Lifter. How can I help you today? Just very straightforward right out of the gate. Some of the tips that I would recommend for this is if you want to be transparent about the fact that it's an AI bot. I recommend this. I'd recommend this while you're getting used to it and while you're getting started. The reason is that if you don't disclose that it's an AI bot, it can kind of give off an off-putting experience for your leads. Meaning that if somebody's calling you to talk to you about pricing and they're sitting here talking with Jessica and they feel that and it sounds like Jessica's the right person and it's good, but it just lets on or they kind of hit a wall, they're going to realize it's AI and it's going to turn them off. So I like just upfront just saying, hello, you've reached Profit Lifter. This is Jessica, our AI receptionist. Now, from here, I'm going to give some options because as a receptionist, there's going to be multiple reasons people are calling in. So we're going to start with, I can help you reach a live representative, answer your questions about our services, and help schedule an appointment. Oh, ran out of space. Answer your questions. I'm going to shorten that up. And help schedule an appointment. I'm just going to throw it right over here on our handy dandy little sheet and go from there. All right. Next, let's click the next button. All right. Here's where this is where things are going to start to get a little bit more difficult. Now, in this next section, this is where we're going to start to look for and dive into actually the programming of your AI. If you want to keep this really simple, let's say you're like, Keith, look, I'm on a 30-minute window. I got about 15 minutes that I can get everything going on this. Cool, we can do that, but it's going to limit what you can do. So to start with, though, you need to have a knowledge base. And so, like you can see, we've got some existing knowledge bases here, but this knowledge base is where we want to start you off at, because this is how we're going to be able to set up and tell the AI what it's looking like. So we're going to hit create new, and this is going to take us over to our knowledge bases. So with our knowledge base, we want to come up here, hit create new knowledge base, and we're going to call this one AI Receptionist. And this is just a description of it, so you know what you're looking for. So we're just going to say programming for AI reception. Man, I cannot spell today. I just copy and paste that. AI programming for AI receptionist. And that way we know exactly what it is and how it's going to work. We'll hit create. Now it's going to take us into our options for the knowledge base. Again, with an AI receptionist, there's not a lot that we're going to have to get into. It's not going to be super in-depth, meaning that we're not going to have to get into here's exactly how all of our products break down. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. We don't need to get that complex with it because, again, the whole function of what we're trying to do is get it to answer the phone and really make it so that make it so that your leads are experiencing something. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to web crawler. Web crawler, what this is going to do is it's going to scan any website that you put in here and collect all the information and store it in its database. And so for me, since this is for receptionist or for Profit Lifter, the thing that I want to do is I want to click add source, and we're going to go to web crawler. And from here, it's going to give you three options. You can do exact URL, URL with forgot exactly what these are. See if we can zoom out here. This one should be URLs within the path, and then the last one is URLs in this domain. So I always recommend that you do URLs in this domain, and the reason that we want to do it inside of that domain is really simple. The reason we want to do this is because we want to make sure that any of your sub pages are actually collected. Because if I go exact URL and I come in here and I put HTTPS profitlifter.com, it's only going to scan the front page of my website. It's not going to go through the entire site. But this is where if we go all URLs within this domain, now we can hit extract data, and it's going to go through and scan my entire website. It's going to look through all the pages, everything that's available, and collect all the information for this. The reason this is so helpful is because instead of you having to go in and say, here's who we are, here's what we do, here's how it works, blah, 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 you literally have all of this showing up. You're literally having the bots crawl your website and pull all of your data off of your website. Now, the other side of this is that, like, if you're writing blogs, and let's say that this is where writing blogs can really improve your customer experience. But if you're writing blogs, it's going to scan all those blogs as well. So, like, if you're using your blog as a knowledge base, this is a great chance to be able to really beef up your AI as well. So that's the web crawler side. The next thing you're going to see is FAQs. So we're going to hit source, and we're going to hit FAQs. Now, with these FAQs, this is going to be question and answer, and it's really straightforward. This is going to be write a question and answer paired to help your bot answer common questions. So common question, your question goes here. Let's say, how can I reach support? Your answer is going to be, you have multiple options. One, I can transfer you now. If the team member isn't available, you may leave a message. Two, you can email the team directly and then you would put your support email in here. So we have help@profitlifter.com. So these are going to be our two. The FAQs are really handy if there are specific questions that you know you're going to get, like how much does it cost, when does it start, how long does it take, blah blah blah. This is where this will help. Now, for the receptionist side, if you don't have this, and we'll get into the sources here in just a little bit, or we'll get into actually writing out some of the sources here. But basically, what this is going to do is it's going to help your AI bot understand what it is that you're doing. It's going to answer those questions and provide those direct responses. Next is, so the next is the tables. This is something that's up and coming. This is going to be the ability to upload table files in your knowledge base. Basically, you'll be able to upload documents. Until that gets there, though, here's our workaround for this. So right now, this is still crawling profitlifter.com, which is cool. Now, I told you that we're going to need AI, and you're going to need some sort of chat. So we're gonna hop over here to ChatGPT. And from here, we are going to start building out. We're going to start building out our next set of documents that's going to get much more in depth with the process. So I do this all the time. So I've got an entire folder that's already programmed out for the AI programming. But here's the prompt command that we're going to use. Create an AI receptionist that will handle the following task for inbound calls. And then we're going to list them. Transfer to a live rep. Answer questions about our services. And what was the last one that we put in here? Oh, I forgot. Sorry, my brain not working there. Answer questions about our services, transfer to live representative, and there was a third one. Oh, schedule an appointment or schedule an appointment with our team. Now, if there are other things that you want your AI receptionist to to handle for you in this process, this is where you would put this in. So basically, like from here, if you say, you could go answer questions about pricing. Like you can get in depth here. This is really going to give you. This is going to help you to define what it's going to do. But for now, we're just going to leave it to these three because this doesn't seem like a lot, but there's actually several steps within this. Now, the last part of this prompt command that we're going to put in here is please ask any relevant, please ask any questions that you need answered one at a time. Do not assume any answers. And the reason I do this is I don't want this to assume that it knows, because AI sometimes gets things wrong. So we're going to have it ask one question at a time. And again, telling it like, look, we don't want you to do this. The reason that I'm doing this is because this makes it easier to digest the information, to think through it, to come up with your answers. And not only that, just responding back and forth. Like if you're trying to respond inside of a chat, it gets very cumbersome very quickly. So this is something that I find just speeds up the process and makes it work a lot easier. So we're just going to hit enter and go from there. So here's where AI, great. Let's start building. What platform is used for call handling? This one we are going to say Profit Lifter built in phone system. And AI does know all about Profit Lifter, like I've told a lot. So perfect. Next question. When transferring to a live rep, do you want the AI to A, transfer, attempt to live transfer immediately, B, collect caller information, then transfer, C, try the live transfer, and if no one answers, notify the team to follow up. So with this actually didn't give me the answer I'm looking for. So we're going to go B and C, and we're going to combine this. And so what I want it to do is I want to collect the call. Then I want, man, I'm trying to do two things at once. I want to collect the caller information first, then try the live transfer. And if no one answers, notify the team to follow up. So kind of a hybrid of B and C there. Got it. Next, what contact information should the AI collect before transferring or scheduling? Full name, phone number, email, zip code, or location, reason for calling. I want these four. I don't really care about zip code or location, but if you're in an industry that you're limited by location, this would be incredibly helpful. So like I know a lot of our contractors that work with us, you have very specific zip codes that you can work in. This is where you would really define the audience of where you're working. So for this one, I'm going to reply back. And if you don't know this is a little ChatGPT hack. If you highlight all of these, it's going to give you this little quote, and then it will quote the section down here. So that way it knows exactly what you're talking about. So we're going to say all of these except zip code or location. All right, next question. Noted, the AI will collect full name. Next question, for appointment scheduling, what calendar system is being used? Built-in calendar. And if it asks you about GHL, Profit Lifter is built in GHL. That is the platform that we build everything on for you. Built-in calendar and built-in GHL calendar. All right, perfect. Should the AI show available time slots and book directly into the calendar, or just collect availability preference and notify the team to book manually? This will be scheduled directly in the system with available times. Now, the next thing on when it's asking about the scheduling, one of the things that you want to be careful of is not to allow it to tell all of the times. And the reason is because if, like, let's say you're just out there on your own, you're out here grinding and doing it, and you don't have a lot of appointments, maybe you're just getting launched and you have an open calendar. What you don't want to do is like seem like you're not busy. So, and not only that, but if you give people too many options, it's going to overwhelm them and they're not going to know. So what I like to do, I like to limit it to two windows, usually two, maybe 3 time slots a day for a 3-day window. Like, I don't want my appointments going any more than 3 days out. The sooner the better, preferably. But some people, it works that way. So from here, we're going to answer this. We're going to say only show 2 available slots per day. Try to separate them morning and afternoon. Only give options for up to 3 days. This way, by doing this, this is going to give you the ability to, again, this is going to limit, if you give people too many options, they get paralysis by analysis. You want to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and get them in and get them going. Excellent. That gives the AI a clear booking structure. The other thing that I would do for this is I want to come back here and I'm going to add this. I want to add something really quick. And we're going to put in here, allow the caller to ask if a time is available as well. That way, like, if somebody's busy and there's something that they're missing, or there's something that, like, they know what time they're available and they want to try to get on for that time, this is going to give them that option of being able to do that. Okay, there we go. Now back to the next setup question, 6. Oh, this one skipped 6. We're going to come back here to 6. Should AI confirm the calendar can be available for a 25-30-minute call without distractions, or skip this step? We're just going to skip that. I'm not worried about that. 7, should the AI confirm the caller with the caller that the call will last about 25? Oh, it's asking the same question. In this, if you're doing an hour-long appointment, this is where you would say it's a 45-minute appointment. It's an hour-long appointment. But we're going to say, yes, please confirm they will be available. Confirmed. All right. What services should the AI be available? Should be able to answer questions about? This step right here. So this is where it's going to get into the programming of asking about the services. So right here, you see how it says, please list the main products, offers, or service categories you want to include, so that we can structure the knowledge base. From here, since you're already creating the knowledge base over here, we don't need to actually tell it. We can actually just say this is already included in our knowledge base. Please refer to. Actually, we're not going to say please refer. We're going to say have the receptionist refer to the attached knowledge base. Spelled that wrong, but it gets it. Perfect. If the AI can't find an answer to the knowledge base or the caller asks something outside its scope, should it A, transfer to the live representative, B, offer to have someone follow up later, or C, ask the caller to rephrase the question, or a combination of these? So we're going to go always attempt A if outside of business hours or rep is not available, then option B. I don't want to have people rephrase it. As soon as you start having people rephrase things, talk about it over and over again, at that point it starts to get it starts to become redundant. You're going to lose their attention. The goal is to keep it streamlined, to keep it as minimal and streamlined as possible. Perfect. So the AI will always attempt to live transfer if no rep is outside business hours. Notified. Okay, cool. What are your business hours for live representative availability? This is where you're going to put it in. Our team, we are manning the phones 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Obviously, put yours in there. Whatever your times are, that's what you want to do. Should AI handle calls differently on weekends or holidays, or just follow the same after hours fallback? This is a great question. For this, we're going to say if outside of business hours. Yes, Yushika, we are recording this. This is on YouTube, so we'll have this out here forever. So it'll be available for you to come back and follow along as you need to be. So we want to say if outside of business hours, then skip trying to transfer to the representative and just collect notes and attempt to schedule an appointment. Understood. Outside of business, skip live. Perfect. Last question. What should the AI say when ending a call, both when an appointment is booked and when a rep will follow up later? Do you have any preferred closing phrase or tone? We're just going to put something in here. If this is something, this is preferential. And guys, one of the things to understand is your AI may ask you different questions. That's the beauty of AI, is it starts to get to know you, understand who you are, how it works. If your AI already knows you and it's already kind of assuming some of this stuff, that's cool. But you always want to have it reiterate, so you just know that you know that it's done right. You know that it's not just making assumptions. Got it. Let's see. When ending the call, both when an appointment is booked and when a rep will follow up later. We'll say contact.name. Actually, we're just going to type in first name. Okay, so this actually brings me to an important point here. Now, usually in a situation like this is where you want to use your short codes or your tags that are available inside of your AI prompts. But when you're dealing with voice AI, it's collecting all the information first, then it's going to program it inside of the CRM. So you want to make sure that you're not using your tags or your custom fields, your custom values, however you refer to them. You don't want to be using those because it hasn't programmed it into the system yet. You want to make sure that you're letting it interact with the knowledge that it has. So we're going to say first name, thank you. We will make sure you are taken care of. we will, and then we'll say, call you shortly, or see you at your appointment. And then from here, we want to have it confirm time. So contact name is, you can see, like I already have it in here. We'll make sure that we're taken care of. And then for me, I actually program my Chat GPT so that it pulls in all of the custom fields and custom values, because that way when I'm writing emails, I don't have to go through and do it. It just saves a ton of time. Nice little handy point for you there. So this one, I'm going to go back through and just basically tell it exactly what we did here. So we're going to say for this chat, do not use the custom fields. Man, I'm not performing well under pressure here today, guys. Do not use the custom fields. Just use the information provided during the conversation. So we just want to make sure that it knows that, there we go. All right, so now it's actually kicking out everything right here. This is everything. Like, this is going to take this and hand this over. So it asks, would you like converted into high level bot? No, we don't need any of that, because that is actually going to handle all of this at the end here. So from here, we're going to copy, and then I'm going to paste this in here just because I don't have anywhere else to paste it. I don't want to create a whole new doc for it. And by the way, while we're doing this, let me just share this with you guys. Anyone with the link, make it a commenter, so that way you guys can handle that. I'm going to share this link in here for you. That way you guys have it right there and you can visit this. And if you have questions in there, throw in a comment, or if something's not working right, throw it in the comments and I'll get notified, and we can hop in there from there. So now the trick is the magic formula to kind of working around the limitations of these tables not being available is, if you put this into a Google Doc and you hit share and you hit editor, and I'm going to do it just for this. When you come back over here for web crawler, you can come in and hit add source. We're going to hit web crawler. Now let's see if it's, where is it? Oh, my AI receptionist here. Okay, we are going to add source. We're going to come back to our web crawler here. It's not letting me. Here's why. This wasn't done. Let's take a step back. So now that the web crawler on our initial crawl of our website is complete, if you hit view all pages, and I forgot we had to actually do this, you can see it says select all 64 pages. These are the 64 pages we have on our website. All you have to do is select it, hit train bot, and now it's going to go through and it's loaded up. So we've got 64 pages of information that have now been loaded for this. If there are pages in here that aren't supposed to be here, things that aren't relevant, things that you don't need anymore, you can see that there's this nice little trash can. You can also see that there's a refresh button here. So if you're at a point where you, like, let's say you change your product descriptions, you update some terms, you add some new stuff, some things that you're working on, you can come over here and just hit refresh, and it will reread that screen for you, or that page for you, so it has updated information. And this is just something important to remember, that like, as you're updating your website, as you're updating your SOPs, how things work, you want to make sure that you're keeping your AI up to date, because if your AI is not up to date, it's not really going to do what it needs to do. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back over here and we're going to hit, we're going to add another page. And from here, this one you can use exact URL. This doesn't really matter because it really is just this one page. We're going to paste our Google Doc sheet in here and we're going to hit extract data. And this is basically going to do the same thing. But this is our hack of getting around not being able to actually just upload documents. You can literally just put a Google Doc in here and you can see AI Receptionist Tools, Google Doc right there. So at this point, you should have your FAQs in here. You should have crawled your website, made sure that it's there, have your AI Receptionist script all mapped out up here, and have everything ready to go. And so now we're done. So we're going to click this back button, and we're going to click the go back here, and this will take us back to our receptionist. It's this one. Oh, it didn't save my work. Make sure you always save your work, guys. So this is AI Receptionist Live. Profit Lifter English Jessica. Yep. Inbound. Yep. That's fine for now. We already put in there what we want. Hit save. And this is where I messed up, is I went to the next screen without hitting save. Make sure you come to down to the bottom, hit save, or it will not save it the way it's supposed to. And when you're programming your AI, it's going to take a little bit longer for things to update. It's just AI takes a lot of bandwidth, takes a lot of storage and space with it. So we're gonna let it do what it does here. Okay. Next, we're gonna go to agent goals, and we're going to come down and we're going to select where's my knowledge base? Might need to refresh here. Let's refresh the screen and come back to our knowledge base here. Okay. Give it just a second. While we're doing this, while everything's updating, guys, are you guys all following along? Are there any questions, anything I could answer for you while we're getting this updated? All right, looks like we're back on. If you have them, make sure you throw it in there. So we're going to go back to select knowledge base. We're going to go with AI Receptionist. When to use this. Use this knowledge base if a user asks any questions about the business, service, products, contact details, or other relevant information. Yes. Details to collect from the contact. We are going to say name, email address. You already have their phone. Remember, with the AI voice, you're already going to have the phone number listed inside of your Profit Lifter account. So it's already going to show in there. It's already going to be collecting that information. It's all going to be right there. Now, the next thing that you can do, or we do want to put contact issues in here as well. Now, the next thing that I'm going to highly recommend is this. Trigger workflow when call is completed. If you haven't, well, you probably haven't built this out, but this is something that you want to build out, is an AI receptionist workflow. And let me show you what this looks like here. I'm going to open up our automations, and I'm going to show you a little bit what this may actually look like for you, and what this workflow actually does. And if you guys ask real nice, I'll turn this into a snap-on for you. Actually, you don't even have to ask nice. I just think it's a great idea. So we're gonna come down to automations here, and AI. Oh, that's right. This is my first one, so it's a little bit ugly. Callbot workflow. I think this is it. Let's make sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually not the one that I want. So I'm going to build you one real quick. I'm going to show you how we're going to build this. We're going to start from scratch. And the beauty of this is that we're going to name this AI Receptionist. Receptionist. All right, and our trigger here is going to be not voice. And we're going to put call status. That's not what we're looking for. What is our name here? Events, appointment status, opportunity, affiliate, courses, nope, payments, nope, Shopify. Is that IVR trigger? Okay. That's our voice AI. Let's see if I can find this task. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave this blank because the AI is going to automatically trigger this. But from here, what I'm going to do is I am going to put, I do want it to have, this is just incredibly handy. You want to have it add a note. And there's a couple different ways that you can do this. But if you scroll down here, you're going to see voice AI. And from here, you can have a full transcript, or you can do a summary. You can do a duration if you want to see how long the calls are. I always recommend the summary. Like the full transcript may be helpful in some situations. Like I'll give you an example of where I'm using the full transcript. We're actually building out AI for our onboarding sequence. So after somebody signs up, we're going to have an AI call bot and an AI chat bot that's going to help them with like collecting their logos, figuring out their brand colors, getting some of the basic information that we need to be able to complete their websites before they do their onboarding session with our team. So in that situation, I want the full transcript so that way I can see exactly what it looks like. If somebody's calling in, if this is a receptionist, I think that a summary is going to be plenty fine for it. Like I don't see much of a need outside of that. But this is where like if there are things that you want, like let's say you want to create a task to follow up. This would be a great place to add a task for you, for your team members, whatever. So that way you know that there's something that you need done there. There's a lot of different things that you can do. It really just depends on what you're looking for. But this is but this is where when you trigger the workflow when the call is complete, this is where I would put like AI Receptionist, and this would take care of everything from there. It's going to trigger this automation right from there and make that happen. I don't want to refresh this. I don't want to have to worry about this. Now, next thing is going to be receive email notifications post-call completion. So there's multiple ways that you can do this. You can go, okay, I want all my admins. So everybody who's an admin, I want it there. If there are specific users that you want, like let's say, like I know Herwin's going to do that. Brett definitely needs to because he's going to call. And then, you know what? I'm going to leave me and Varun off of there because I don't want to. Now, this next one, this isn't going to be, this is a good one too, contacts assigned user. If you have different salespeople, having the contacts assigned user in there is a great way to go about it. Now, this next one, this isn't necessarily for the AI receptionist. This would be if you have like an AI call bot that is set up for like a JV or something where you're doing lead generation with maybe another company or a partner or something like that. You can actually set a custom email here where you can have the notification go to them for whatever reason, if you need to do that. I've actually got some scenarios that we're doing this with because we're using the AI to vet people, to talk with them, to move them along in that process. So having that custom one there would be just fine and dandy. So from here, we're going to hit save. And because we've mapped out everything inside of our knowledge base, it's got our website. We've already programmed it. We're already telling it we're going to have it trigger a workflow. We're going to collect the name, email address, contact issues. We're going to do all of that, and it's going to work from there. Next is going to take us to phone and availabilities. this is where you're going to need to make sure that you've got a phone number for this. And again, remember, what we're looking for here, guys, is you want to make sure that you've got one phone number dedicated to your AI receptionist. But then from there, you want to make you would have yours. So for me, we've already got this attached, so we wouldn't need to do that. But if you need to buy a new number, you could do that here. Enable AI agent as backup to the number or number/number pools. AI agent will get the call if user or call forwarding number doesn't respond. For this, if you want to have your AI answer every single time, just check this off. And this says the AI agent will answer all calls directly. So it gives you that ability that if you want to try to answer the phone, you want to try like somebody on your team to answer the phone first, cool, do it. That no problem there. The AI will pick up the slack. If you just want to have the AI answer and go from there, absolutely, you can do that as well. Last is going to be setting working hours for the agent. I want my agent working 24/7. Like we get calls 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Let your AI agent be there. Like that's the beauty of all this is it's there 24/7. Let people interact with it the way they want to interact with it. And then, like I said, make sure you're putting your phone numbers in there, and that make sure you put your phone number in there. And then if you want to test your agent, right over here is where this would happen. So from here, select the number you want to call from, and then select the number. This right here, you would just program in your cell phone. You would just put your cell phone number in there, hit call me, and it will work through there. Once you've tested this a little bit, you can go to your call history down here and listen and see how all that works. Last page, and then this is done. And this is all about tracking. This is your dashboard and logs. At this point, your AI receptionist is up. It's live. It's answering all your phone calls. It's pulling from your website, from your knowledge base, answering your questions. And as you can see, guys, it took me an hour to go through this because I'm explaining it, going through it in detail. If you follow what we did, this should only take you about 10 to 15 minutes to get it set up from top to bottom. It's not a real long process. I wanted to go through the ins and outs so you guys understand this. So as we keep creating new AI bots and start finding new cool ways to use AI inside of your system, you're just ready for it. But your dashboard and logs, this is going to let you just see total calls, how many actions have been triggered, sentiment, all of that. It's going to show you total minutes, average call times. It'll show you a list of everything that's in there. It's all set up for you. It's all ready to go. And it's the tracking on it's super easy. So like, let me show you. So this is our AI receptionist. And so you can see we're not doing as well on calls this month as we did last month. Only 19 inbound calls, 15 triggers, 100% positive. You guys aren't mean to us. We love that. You can see when the calls are completed, what the times look like, when it's happening. You can see our total duration. We've only used 19 minutes out of these calls, meaning that 19 calls, it's taken about a minute to get through everything and figure out. But you can see like down here, we'll show you all the calls. We'll show you everything that's there. And if you want to see the call recording, it shows you right there. It'll also show you the full transcript here. And then it will show you what happens. Transfer to live receptionist, submit a ticket, transfer to live representative. So it's showing you what was there. You can listen to your call recordings. You can view your transcript. It's all right here under your dashboard and logs. This is where you would be able to handle that. Okay, well, we covered a lot of stuff today, guys. So at this point, if you're following along, you should have your AI bot, your AI receptionist set up, ready to go. Everything set up, ready to go, ready to answer all of your calls and happening. Value investment from my friend, Mr. Lee Johnson, asked this question. Keith, I may have missed a point, but I want to know why the second number for the AI rather than the primary. Lee, the answer to this is you want your primary advertised number as the AI, meaning that if you're running ads, you're doing, you've got your social media stuff out there, you got whatever. From there, from there, what you would be doing is anytime somebody calls that main number, it's going to hit that AI receptionist and then work on transferring it from there. But it can't transfer it to you unless you have a different number rather than that primary number. So think of it just like a call tree. Like we have an 877 number, we have our toll-free number. That's our main number. We have our AI receptionist attached to that. I've got my phone number, Brett has his, my team has all their individual phone numbers under that main number. So when the AI receptionist at the top answers it and they need to transfer it to any of us, we all have individual numbers that it can transfer. The phone system cannot transfer to a number that is currently in use. When the AI bot is on there using that phone line, it's the numbers in use, and there's no way for it to actually work on. There's no way for it to transfer to you if you're using that phone number. Brett asks off topic a little. How do I get some snap-ons? We have a library that's built out. I'll have my friend Mr. Brett Bonnickson connect with you on that. We got some good ways. I'm going to be out of the country and want the AI answer and want the AI. Yeah. So Lee, if you do this, the other side is like if you're going out of town, you could set up the AI receptionist just for your personal phone line as well. But this is why you want to have multiple phone numbers with this. So looks like that answered most of the questions, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. I know this one went long, an hour, but I hope this very hands-on. Hope this gave you a lot of good tools. And once you get it up, share it inside the group. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how your AI call bot's doing for you. If it's saving you time, making you money, let us know. We'd love to hear the success stories from you. And make sure that you're hanging out with us every week on Wednesdays at noon Central Standard Time. Always on here doing cool new stuff. And next week we'll keep diving into the AI. I'm like eyeballs deep in AI stuff, so I want to bring you guys along on that journey as we're learning, growing, and building out your systems even more. So until next time, have a great week. Get your AI receptionist up and going. And if you need anything, reach out and let us know. We're at profitlifter.com. You can give us a call at 877-661-1155. If you want to hear our AI receptionist and talk to her, you can reach out there. So